Hello everyone, it's Silvia from Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I thought I'd post this super quick video because I've got people that requested a flip through of the Le Tarot Arthurien by Duval. I'm so happy that I finally received this deck. I pre-ordered it from Amazon France and it got shipped. It was actually very quick. Once it got shipped, it was very quick to come to Australia. And the reason why I'm so excited is because the illustrations are by Tourian, and if you watch my channel you know how much I love her work. She's definitely my favorite artist, and I'm very excited about this because it looks like a really high quality deck. You know, it's big as well. It's a very nice box, but let's have a look at the actual deck. So opening, being very careful not to ruin anything. So the only thing that I'm saying that you need to be aware of is that it is in French. So obviously a tarot is a tarot, obviously, but the guidebook will be in French. I have the impression by looking at different videos that it is a rather, let's say, complex kind of guidebook. Therefore, Google Translate might not be enough. Having said that, I don't know. I speak French, and in this case, to me, I'm just translating as I read it. So I don't know whether the Google Translate translation of the book would be enough or not, or if it would make sense or not. What I can say for now is that it is a chunky book. As you can see, it's got sorry, let me just check. And this is a really good, I think it's recycled paper, 373 cards. It feels, I don't want to break the spine, that it's got a very nice, this looks like, okay, it's the Seven of Wands. So it's got a full image on one side of the card. Then you've got the title, Seven of Wands, the title of the chapter, so the title of the card. The Lord of Valiance, courage, let's say, courage. So the third decan of Leo and Mars in Leo. So you got the astrological references as well. Then let's just have a look quickly. So it says symbol, Le Bouclier. So it's literally giving you the it's talking about the symbols on the image, but also, for example, the expression on the face that shows the unstoppable will. And then you've got, let's just have a quick look, okay, and then you've got the meaning of the card, and it looks like it tells you about a story, the story on the obviously referring back to Arthur. So King Arthur tales, let's say, referring back to this particular card. Then he talks about the Seven of Wands in general. Obviously, it's about courage and resistance and spirit, and it's necessary to defend your positions. It's inviting you to persevere in spite of all the difficulties, and to realize that even though not everything has been won, you still have the capacity to change certain things. And it's about time to try your luck. You got nothing to lose anyway. So that's a very interesting aspect of the card for sure. And then, of course, it tells you about the upright meaning, the reverse meaning, journaling prompts, and my sacred quest. So it's like an affirmation. I am strong and capable of defending myself. Wow. Awesome. So I'm just wondering whether you've got the same when it comes to the majors. Let's just, okay, well, death it is. So you've got a quote here, then you, as usual, you got the title, you've got the astrological references to Scorpio, you got symbols, you got the meaning, and journaling prompt. Yeah, that's the same. Okay, that's fine. So we've got the same amount of information in the guidebook when it comes to the major as we've got on the minors as well. I wonder if there's any spread perhaps towards the end of the guidebook. No, there's a bibliography maybe at the beginning. Perhaps if I look at the index, the structure of tarot, the tarot in practice. Okay, how, and yes, oh, there's a few actually, page 31. Yes, there's a few. Oh, that's going to be really cool. That's going to be really cool to try all of them. Yeah, there's a few spreads that you may want to try. Okay. What's this? Let me just see. Is that, yeah, there's also the decans, the references to the decans, so it's actually quite useful. If you're doing the decan walk, that's actually quite interesting, and it is a deck that you can use for that. So this is, you know, it about the guidebook. It's got this embossed gold foil. Really interesting, very good. Definitely you can feel the quality. I have to say I probably overpaid for this deck because now I see that it's $20 cheaper. So if I had waited, I would have probably, you know, paid a better price for it. But I don't mind because, to be honest with you, this feels like an indie deck. It's got the quality of an indie deck, and so I don't mind. And it's, again, it's because I love Anna Torian's work so much. This comes, it's another 2-part box, very nice. And this is the deck. These are the backs, and you've got the same kind of rows on the bottom of the second part of the box as well. So okay. So this is a really high quality matte gold gilding. The deck seems to be a little bit it's got a split in two. I have to say most of my decks are like that. It might be because of the humidity of coming here to Australia. You know, it is coming, after all, coming out of France, so it's fine. And there's a few renaming. I had actually seen that. So this is the Le Feu de Bois. So it's the woods fool, the fool in the woods. Okay. So this is going to be a quick flip through. I didn't have an intention of doing a walkthrough today, because a walkthrough for me, you can only do it when you actually have experienced the deck, when you know the deck, when you have been using it, when you've, you know, you read the guidebook and everything, and you need to be ready to point out at different symbols and interesting things about the cards. And since this is literally the first time that I see the deck and I hold it in my hands, by the way, cardstock, I almost forgot, excellent cardstock, I have to say. This one, I don't think I'm exaggerating in saying that this one feels very similar in quality and in finish to the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot. It's got that kind of really silky, papery kind of finish. I really like it. The Star card, probably one of my favorite. So I'm just going to, you know, have a look at the card. This is an unboxing and first impression of just one deck. And I know that these days, it's like, it feels like I'm receiving, like, I don't know, this week has been 15 decks. They all consolidate the shipments, but I've said that already, so I'm not going to repeat myself. We've seen this card, the 7 of Wands, before. That's beautiful, 8 of Wands. So I don't know, I think that if any of you has this deck, I like that the King is before the Queen, so the Queen is actually the culmination of the completion of the court cards, is actually the Queen, not the oh no, sorry about that. We actually have the King immediately after the 10 of Wands. We got the King, the Queen, the Knight, and in this case is the Demoiselle is the Mrs. So it's like a princess, really. Oh, that's such a beautiful blue color. I love this, and I think it's, yes, it is. It's the same card on the front of the box. Really, really beautiful. If you know Anna Tourian's work, you will immediately recognize it. It's very recognizable. It's gorgeous. That's why I really love all of her decks. This deck reminds me a lot of the Bone Stone Earth Flesh. But it, okay, let's say if the Bone Stone Earth Flesh and the Oracle of Echoes had a child, it would be this one. I'm all about the connections lately. I don't know if you can tell. Look at this 10 of Cups. How beautiful is that? So again, King, obviously Queen. I love the age diversity. Thank you. The Knight and the Princess. And what about... Now, this is the most important suit. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I actually haven't seen it. So Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords, so beautiful. It really shows you the two aspects, you know, and the seriousness of it all. It's not the juggling, but yes, thank you, Anna and Claire. Thank you so much. There's no pierced heart for the Three of Swords. It's beautiful. It's someone who's actually, you know, it shows you the numerological aspect of the number 3, which is the growth after the number 2. So after you couldn't take a decision, you're actually worried about the fact that you're stuck, and you feel this pain. You're overthinking, obviously, you're losing control. And so this is the pain. It is also an emotional pain. It becomes an emotional pain, but let's not forget that the Suit of Swords start from the mind. This is not a heartbreak first. It may become a heartbreak, but it's a headache first. Love it, absolutely love it. Love the 4, love the 5. Okay, I probably need to have a look at the interpretation of the 6, because you all know that I also feel a lot. The 6 of Swords has been very characteristic of my life in the past few years. Always, you know, having to move away from something. The 7th. The 8 is probably a spell. It looks like a spell, you know, keeping him prisoner. The 9 of Swords, really beautiful. I love the age diversity again, absolutely gorgeous. And the 10. And it looks, and I love that it looks as if this character is actually pushing, you know, himself or themselves up. So it's not all is lost. Yes, the village is on fire and everything, but this is not my typical interpretation of the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords for me is actually a positive card. I know that you all go, what? It's just it's a completion on the suit of the mind. So it's the kind of, you do reach rock bottom, but that's a rock bottom that is solid enough for you to actually jump back up. And in the suit of the mind, it signifies that you have reached all the conclusions you needed to reach in this suit. You have been through the worries. You have been through the wake up at 3 a.m. full of anxiety and scared. You have been through that. That's the 9 of Swords. You have reached a new level thanks to the 10. And the 10 of Swords for me is more like the fact that you have reached a point in which you can surrender, you can let go. That's my interpretation of the 10 of Swords. It is completely off label. I know that no one reads it like that, but I loved. And truth be told, Anna has made another deck, and it's called the Tarot of the Abyss, which I love. And she actually gives you a possibility to have a couple of alternate cards for the 3 and the 10 of Swords. And the alternate card for the 10 of Swords is definitely reflecting my interpretation of the card, because it's got the face of a wise man looking, you know, intently into an owl. And there is this exchange, you know, in the gazes of the two. And there's this feeling of understanding finally with the 10 what your limits are. And if you cannot change something that really worries you, that thing that wakes you up at 3 a.m., is there really something you can do about it if you wake up at 3 a.m.? Can you solve it at 3 a.m.? No. So let it go and just move on with your life. It's absolutely, it's liberating, really. So I love that I can do that with that tarot deck. And this is the Suit of Pentacles, and that's exactly how I see the Two of Pentacles. It's like the jester, you know, the joker, juggling. Absolutely beautiful. yeah, keeping something, you know, close to your heart. Oh, that's a beautiful Five of Pentacles. Wow. So I will definitely do, I will study this deck because I'm so in love with this. I knew I would have loved it. I knew that, but having it finally, it's just so amazing. So very beautiful. Absolutely stoked to have this deck. So that's it. I didn't want to, you know, look at anything else. It was just a first impression and unboxing. I'm already thinking about pairings. You all know me, but for now, that's it for today. So have a great day.